So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap, and guys, welcome to your other important session of Top PIB in News, in which we are discussing the important topics that are relevant for our subject of economic and social issues. And the topics are, guys, important both for your phase 1 as well as for your phase 2 examination of RBI NABARD. Then, guys, talking about today's date, I will be discussing the important topics that are there in PIB from 16th to 18th of June. Then, guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you could get all the latest updates about the courses, about the examination, as well as the things that we are providing. Then guys, to get the access of the PDF of the today's lecture as well as the previous lectures that have been conducted on ESI, kindly subscribe to our Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below. Then, guys, how we are helping you. So we are conducting a daily exam booster series with the different faculties. That is for GA, Ritika Rehal ma'am is there. For reports and indices, Divanshu sir is there. And myself, I am conducting the session for ESI current affairs on Wednesday and Saturday at 8 a.m. Then, guys, talking about our revision master, so really glad to see the responses that has been given by Mr. Vishal Kumar, that is Chitra, as well as Anjali. Now, guys, topics of the day. The topics are very, very important if I talk about from the examination point of view. First topic is about the code on social security, or the social security code of 2020. That was in news in the year 2020, but something related to this code was in news in PIB. That is important for us now. The second important is Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2.0. Very, very important if I talk about from the syllabus tag. That is very much important for sustainable development and environmental issues. Very, very important topic then. The third one is the ethanol blending program, again related to the same tag, that is sustainable development and environmental issues. Now, guys, the first important topic is on the social security code of 2020. What was in news is that ministry has now notified the draft rules which are related to employees compensation that has to be paid under the social security code for 2020. Now the ministry has given the detailed thing about the draft, but for important thing for us is the key highlights that is relevant for our examination for the draft, because the draft itself is not important. The draft has now been proposed and ministry says that now 45 days has been given so that a discussion, if any suggestion has to be come out, that could be sent to the ministry within 45 days. Now, very important for us is what has been highlighted in this draft. It simplifies, says that if the amount of compensation is not payable within 30 days, then the compensation it becomes payable, but now it has to be paid with a simple interest rate of 12% per annum. This is important now. It simply says if you are getting 100 rupees, let's say you are getting 100 rupees within 30 days, your compensation has not been paid to you. But now what will be done is you have to get rupees 112. If it is simply says 12% at the rate, let's say 1% per annum. So you will be getting 112 rupees at the end of that. That is the simple thing about on a simple interest. That is important for us. Okay. Now other important things, how compensation will be paid, and how the things has been made easy for that. For that purpose, it simply says the provisions, that is, if the compensation has to be paid, what are the provisions that has also been provided. So first of all, it simplifies about the application things. It simplifies that application for claim or settlement. What is the application status? How that has to be done? It has been defined there. The second important thing about the draft is it simplifies the rate of interest also, that I have discussed with you. If within 30 days nothing has to be paid, then 12% at simple interest has to be paid. Now the third is transfer of matter. For example, your case has to be handled, but how your case will be handled? If it is not in that department, for that specific thing, it has specified how the matter will be transferred, in what way the money will be transmitted to the person, whether it will be through the direct benefit transfer, whether it will be through the cash purpose. So that will also be done. Then it will also discuss about what are the competent authorities that is involved. So how you could transfer the matter from one authority to another authority, that is also been discussed in this draft. Now the last is arrangement with other countries. So now you might be thinking, sir, why we need other countries? Simplify, guys. To simplify this thing is, if we have any company which is residing outside India, so now for that purpose they will be combining with some rules that will be applicable in the foreign country, from which country the company is basically based on. Now what will be done is, if the compensation has to be made, there has also been made arrangement that how talks will be done with the other countries so that the compensation could be paid to the worker according to this law. So this is the important thing that has been discussed in this draft. Very important, guys. This is a draft. This is not a final act. This is the thing that has been proposed, but these are not final. This is something important that you have to remember. But for our examination, drafts are also relevant because this will help you in essays as well as in your interviews also. Then, now what is the Social Security Code for 2020? So I have discussed with you with the three beautiful snippets that has been shared by the ministry. The first important thing is extending the reach of ESIC, that is Employee State Insurance Corporation. So how the reach has been extended? It has now basically linked the unorganized sector workers as well as the gig workers with this Employee State Insurance Corporation. Now, the other important thing is the reach of EPFO. EPFO simply means if you have to apply for your provident fund account, or who will be regulating that thing, that is Employees Provident Fund Organization. Now for that purpose, it simplifies that all those organizations or establishments which have 20 workers or more than 20 workers, they have to basically form a provident fund account. They have to open a provident fund account for the labor. The other important thing is if you have less than 20 workers also, then also you could apply for the provident fund. But if your company, if your organization has more than 20 workers, then it is compulsory that 20 worker, that is provident fund account, has to be opened. Now for that purpose, it will formulate, that is it will be formulated for self-employed or any other category also. Then a social security fund will be created for implementation of this specific scheme. Okay, this is about the EPFO. Very important, the third concept here is the fixed term employees. For guys, any employees who has a fixed term, now the organization has been bound that a gratuity should be paid to that specific employees who is working there for a fixed term, employment. Very important thing here is the gratuity has to be paid, but there shall be no minimum service period. There shall be no minimum service period. That is very much important now. Even the unorganized sector workers, they could also get the gratuity, but for that purpose, what they have done is they have to register themselves on the online platform. So all establishments also with 20 or more workers, here also they could also report the vacancy position if they have to hire any person for the fixed term employment. Now this is all about the first topic. Now let's move to the second topic, that is about the Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2.0. Now here guys, the Minister of State for Jal Shakti, he has urged all the member parliaments so that they should participate and support this Abhiyan. Now there has been some information that has been shared by the minister. I have highlighted here. You could just have a look at this thing. What it has discussed is that it says that around 1.64 lakh rainwater harvesting structures have been constructed. That has been constructed at an expenditure of around rupees 5,300 crores. That has been discussed by the ministry. What is the additional structure? How existing water bodies will be created? So this is the important information that has been shared. But now, for very important thing for us is, what is this Jal Shakti Abhiyan all about? When I talk about Jal Shakti Abhiyan, guys, this was launched on World Water Day. Now to tell me that on which day World Water Day is celebrated, that you have discussed, you have to tell me in the comment box. Now what is this Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2.0 all about? Because guys, very important for us is, it is the second Jal Shakti Abhiyan that has been launched in year 2021. The first one was launched in year 2019. So the theme for the second Abhiyan is catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. Now simplifies what it simply means, what it is simply want to convey to us is, we have to conserve the rainwater. We have to tap the rainwater so that ground level water could be recharged and the problem of water scarcity could be reduced. That is Sanchay Jal Behtar Kal. Sanchay means we have to tap the water. Now aim is also specifying on the same thing, that is to tap the rainwater. How you will be tapping the rainwater, how you will be conserving the rainwater is by constructing the artificial recharge structures, by revitalizing the existing ponds or water bodies, by creating new water bodies like dams, or the dams that have already been conducted. There should be a proper check on the dam so that there should not be any kind of leakage. Rejuvenating the wetlands or the rivers and before the onset of monsoon. This is the thing, how this thing will be taken care of. The other important thing is it will be coverage here is both for the rural as well as for urban areas. Now same thing that is about the Jal Jeevan Mission also. That is again, I think if I talk about Jal Jeevan Mission, guys, this is the only mission that you can see in PIB news each and every day. Each and every day there is one news about Jal Jeevan Mission. Ministry has allocated this amount, ministry has allocated that amount. Jal Jeevan Mission also, first of all, it was focusing on rural areas, but now in this budget, Jal Jeevan Mission for urban area has also been announced. So very important now. Similar way, if I talk about the Jal Shakti Abhiyan also, when it was launched in August 2019, sorry, in the year 2019, it was focusing on rural areas, but now it is focusing on both rural as well as urban areas. Then guys, very important thing is the nodal agency who will be implementing this thing. It will be implemented by National Water Mission, and this beautiful snippet is talking all of everything about this campaign, that is watershed development, water conservation, renovation of traditional water bodies, reuse, intensive afforestation, application. That is how you will be doing is you will be applying the space technology here, real-time monitoring as well as the targeted communication campaign. Everything is, the focus here will be on all these initiatives. Now guys, the very important thing is about, if I talk about Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2000, the first Jal Shakti Abhiyan. So it was launched, it has taken place from 1st of July to 15th of September 2019. That is in the year 2019, this initiative was launched. What this initiative was basically focusing is, it has taken place on a mission mode base, that is to focus on the water security in rural India, that I have discussed. It is focusing on rural India, but that has now we are focusing on both rural as well as urban areas. So intervention areas was water conservation, renovation of water bodies, renovation of borewell, watershed development, and intensive afforestation. Everything that I have discussed in the snippet earlier. Then guys, talking about the third, very important is the third important program, that is ethanol blending program. So now for ethanol blending program, the department, that is the secretary of our Department of Food and Public Distribution, he has announced or he has informed that ethanol distillation capacity would be doubled by 2025, and the target to achieve 20% blending target, that is by the year 2022, that will also be achieved. Now very important is, what is this ethanol blending program all about? This is not a new program. This was launched in year 2003. What is the aim or what is the purpose of this program is, basically guys, the program has been launched to promote the use of alternative fuels in place of petrol and diesel. Alternative fuels. Okay. The alternative fuels should be environment friendly, because I think that thing I have also discussed with you earlier on in the, I think in the sessions of, in the month of May, I have discussed about the something related to EBP or on the alternative fuels. I've discussed the thing that is you could also witness on this session. So the very important thing now, first of all, is national policy on biofuels. So very important for us is this national policy on biofuels now. Now what has been discussed here is, what is this again is, this ethanol blending program simply says that now the alternative fuel that will be used here, it will be ethanol. What is this ethanol fuel? It will be indigenous. Indigenous means all the ethanol based fuel or all the ethanol petrol that will be made in India. It will be non-polluting and it would improve the environment and ecosystem. The E20, the name of the fuel. The fuel will help us in reducing the carbon monoxide emission. That has been the very most important emission that is being done from the vehicles. The vehicular emission, it would be reduced by around 30 to 50%, and hydrocarbons, that will be reduced by around 20%. Both the targets has to be, is very important for us, that we have to remember. The other important thing about the act is this government of India. So government of India, the 20% target guys. So now it has been officially made that yes, now we want to achieve the target by 2025. Earlier the target, the target was 2030, because I think in the earlier session that I have conducted during the revision series also, most of the students that were commenting in the YouTube section said no, the target has been fixed at 2025. But guys, then it was not officially launched. So on 5th of June this year, that is the Prime Minister has now officially said that we will be reducing the, we will be achieving the ethanol blending target. The target of 20% has to be achieved by year 2025. So that brings us to the end of the session guys. Now the most important is the practice MCQs. So topics we have revised, now practice MCQs. The first important topic is on the code. The first is we know 12% simple interest will be paid. Then the other important thing is the correct statement you have to tell me. So it covers unorganized sector, that is again right. EPF will be applicable to all organizations having 10 workers. No guys, it is 20 workers. Then the provision minimum period is, there is no minimum period. So only first statement is correct. Then guys, there is a paragraph based question on Jal Shakti Abhiyan also. So the theme we know about the Abhiyan is catch the rain, don't let it, catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. Then nodal agency we know about National Water Mission. Then guys, if I talk about the other important thing about the ethanol blending program, so the target of 10% we know it will be achieved by the year 2022 and 20% we have to achieve now by 2025. Then guys, the objective of this program we know that is reducing the pollution, conserving the foreign exchange, increasing the value addition in sugar industry. So everything is the objective. So because it will be catering to all of the things, so all of these are the objectives, which means all of the above is the right answer. Now see, this is something very much important. Reduce pollution, you could easily guess. Increase the value addition in sugar industry, because sugar industry is the main sector from where this ethanol blending fuel will be created. Conserving the foreign exchange, so there you might get feel कि sir ये तो नहीं हो सकता, this might not be the answer. But now guys, see, if 1 and 3 both are correct, there is no option like 1 and 2 only. Okay, so which means if you know that 1 and 3 is right, automatically you will be getting that second statement will also be right, which means all of the above will be your answer. Through the elimination method also you could guess the answer. Then guys, the homework for you will be, the first is National Water Mission. You have to tell me that National Water Mission who is implementing targets about the mission, and then the National Policy on Biofuels. Very important thing, I think I have discussed my policy on biofuels in the month of May also in my earlier ESI sections. National Policy on Biofuel, I think I have discussed with you. Then guys, the very important thing is the motivational quote. The harder you work for something, the greater you will feel when you achieve it. So this is the most important thing. Hard work is a key to success. So harder you are working on your topics as well as on your preparation, you will be glad when you will achieve the target that you have dreamt of. Now guys, the other important announcement that I want to share with you is that we are conducting a scholarship admission test for all of you, that is on 19th and 20th of June 2021. For that purpose, what you have to do is you can win the scholarships of up to 30% off. What you have to do is you have to register yourself at our website, that is www.edutap.co.in, or you could register yourself with our EduTap app also. Okay, then guys, this brings us to the end of the session. I hope you are liking the session also. If you are liking the session, kindly share it with your friends also, and you are staying healthy also. This is one of the important things. You should stay healthy also while you are preparing. For any kind of query or any doubt, you could drop us an email. Our email ID is hello@edutap.co.in, or you could even place us a call. Our mobile number is 81462072441. So I hope guys the lecture is fruitful for you. So keep learning. Bye bye.